Jonathan BJ Hayes here, local realtor in beautiful Port St Lucie, Florida. Once again, welcome back to the home of Port St Lucie Real Estate. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel, share the videos, like the videos, and tell a friend about the wonderful things going on here in beautiful Port St Lucie, Florida. So the new craze is renewable energies, all of the above. All summer long, I know my neighborhood was inundated with people knocking on the door saying, let me put solar panels on your roof so you don't have to pay an electricity bill. Sounds great. It may be the most wonderful thing, but I like to tell everybody, there's no, I'll repeat, no such thing as a free lunch. My father always tells me, son, you pay now or you pay later. Usually it's better to pay now. Okay, so here we go. This is where I'm going with this. Starting to see a lot of people trying to sell properties that have these solar panels on there. Yes, it's a great thing, and this is the way we are going in the future. But there's a lot of things that you don't know about these solar panels that you're going to need to know in order to sell the house. That's what I am going to cover. Me personally, I am a green designated realtor. I have a designation in green real estate, meaning that all these renewable energies, houses, I've sold houses that have zero energy consumption, meaning the solar panels run the whole house. I've actually been part of buildings where we've built that. That was our specialty. So I'm going to share with you some information that you're going to need to know if you're looking to sell your home and you have solar panels on, okay? So here we go, guys. So number one, is the system owned or it's leased? Now, what I've seen and what I found is most of these systems are leased flat out, okay? The reason why you're only paying $70 a month and don't have an energy bill is that system is leased. Those panels have to be paid at some point, okay? And if you're selling the house, you need to know if you already paid for them or if they're leased. Because either you're going to have to pay for them at sale or the new buyer is going to have to assume that lease. We need to find that out. Number two, we need to have a solar professional review that lease. So I'm licensed to sell houses. I'm not a contract lawyer. We need to get a solar professional to review the lease and tell you what your options are at sale when you sell this house. Number three, have the house inspected by a solar professional. So every house that's bought and sold, it's highly recommended that the buyer pay for an inspection. It's also a good idea if you're the seller to do a pre-inspection so you know it needs to be fixed, so they don't try to ding you and negotiate your price down when it comes time to go to contract. With that said, when it comes to solar, you need a solar professional, not a regular home inspector. You need a solar professional to look at this, all right? Point number four, the reason you need that inspection is so they can determine the value. Is this a new system that's state-of-the-art that I can look at you and say, hey, your house is normally worth $500,000 since you put that solar unit up there? Man, that added $40,000 of value. We have to determine that, all right? So that would be an expense that you would need to incur, all right? The next thing we need to do is work with a company and make sure that there is no roof damage. So a lot of times when these solar companies go up there, they nail a few too many nails, they may pull some roof shingles off, all of that stuff, we need to make sure not only that those panels are functioning properly, in good shape, but we need to make sure there's no damage to the roof. Now, most of these solar companies, they're also roofing contractors. So many of them can fix if there is any damage, but even if they're not, they are responsible for taking care of that. And that's one of the reasons why you need to work with a green designated realtor who knows these things and can hold these solar panel companies' foot to the fire, so to speak. All right. The next thing, number 6, and this is very important. You need to work with a realtor who knows how to coordinate with the title company, because a lot of these solar companies, they have these liens and they're called, let me make sure I have this right. They are called UCC1 liens, and a lot of title companies don't find them. So when they put those panels on, they're putting these special liens on your house. So when it does sell, if you don't pay them that $22,000 that you sort of didn't know about, they get their money. The last and final thing you need to do is work with a local realtor who knows how to market your solar home. I have learned over time, when you have something that is solar, it's very niche. I have built houses for people and sold houses where, to me, it didn't make sense for them to go fully solar just because of the cost. And as time goes on, these costs for solar power, wind power, everything is going to come down. But I have met people who fully understand they may not get the full value of the solar, but they do it just because they feel they're protecting the earth and so forth. What I will tell you is it's very niche. If you can find somebody that has a green designation as a realtor and knows about renewable energy and houses and, different calculations and energy ratings, you're going to end up selling that house for much more than just the normal realtor who doesn't know. Because there's a lot of things that go into marketing a house that is built for the future in renewable energies. So there you have it. These are just some great tips for you if you're out there and you own a home that has solar panels. Here's some things that you need to know about before selling. If you have any questions, all my information is below. Feel free to make comments. All you have to do is hit below and make a comment. This is your local realtor, Jonathan B.J. Hayes, here in beautiful Port St Lucie, Florida. Until we meet again, everybody stay safe and be blessed.